This is a great album. It's bold, urgent, unpredictable. If To Pimp a Butterfly was this carefully constructed cipher refined to absolute perfection, then Damn feels more raw and abrasive in conceptual delivery. If To Pimp a Butterfly felt like an essay pieced together in a OCD way and filled to the brim with jaw-dropping intricacies, Damn feels unfiltered and not as refined, but still amazing. Almost as if some tracks were inspired by heavy improvisation or were constructed after smoking a fat blunt or meditating for hours on end. It almost feels like K. Dot was disinterested in making something more complex and wanted to make a project that feels more like spoken word poetry, along with having loads of intellectual club bangers as well. Like the track Humble, which is fucking awesome. That track is. And that seems to be like this album's backstreet freestyle. And what a dope track. I mean, with Kung Fu Kenny taking shots at egotistical rappers who feel like Christ, Kanye, like on their beats, or rappers consumed by fame only and money and merch and all that shit. But anyway, I love this album. It's a refreshing departure from To Pimp a Butterfly because Damn is filled with so many unexpected moments that oftentimes can be startling. A good example of this would be the opening track, Blood, a fascinating and perfect attention-grabbing opener. Considering last time on last time on K-Dot's previous album, Kendrick was talking to King fucking Tupac, I expected the opening track on Damn to be an out-of-body experience level, just dope as shit beat set to 1,000 bars, basically. Instead, we were treated to no banger beat, and the unexpected last phrase of The Blind Woman before that scared jump-inducing gunshot was so left field for me on the track Blood. I mean, and the instrumental here sounds like it could open up a future Tarantino film like Kill Bill 3, fingers crossed. But seriously, Kendrick being killed on his first track as well? Man, just overall, Blood is an eerie introduction to the album. And then we arrive at my favorite track on the entire album, DNA. Really sick music video that dropped today. But anyways, holy fuckball. Holy fuckballs. Jesus. First off, the beat switch on verse 2 is one of the most jaw-dropping, dance around your room, head nodding till your neck hurts level shit. It's just one of the sickest sounding beats these ears have ever heard from hip-hop, period. You play this track from verse 2 till the end of the song, your subs are going to drown you in sub bass and seismic size beats. Okay, period. Even the first half of the track, sonically, is crazy dope. I mean, if you're not bouncing up and down in your seat when this track opens, your ears need some fine tuning, okay? I also love how frantic and aggressive K-Dot sounds on this track, dropping bars about that Fox News video clip that shows Geraldo Rivera dishing out these negative comments towards Kendrick's song All Right. And DNA also has Kendrick just furiously rapping about what's within himself, literally. Hip-hop tune of the year for me thus far. It's just fucking intense. There's track 3, Ya. A definite favorite of mine, another favorite. The dreamy, hypnotic, swirling, intoxicating synths around the stomping, slow-moving beat pounding into your ears. I just love it. Kendrick is spitting as if he's been hypnotized himself or falling asleep on the mic slowly, but it's awesome. It's just awesome. I just Oh my god, I love this fucking track so much. I find myself drifting back to it uh, constantly, especially with track number 10, Love. This is actually my second favorite track on the whole album. Sonically, it has a Drake type of atmosphere, you know? It's bold, and there's just beautiful melodies on here. And it's just such a haunting fucking instrumental. And the singer's vocals fit perfectly against the cutesy romantic synths all over this thing. And at first, I thought this track was a bit cheesy, and I was like, Kendrick, what the fuck? But then, you know, because he's laying on the romance vibes pretty thick here. But actually, this is a track that I race back to often, and I just find it sonically gorgeous, and it's just a really surprising gem that I just absolutely love. I love this track. I think track number 11, XXX, featuring U2, deserves a shout out. The instrumentation all over this thing is just wild, and it's probably the most eyebrow raising collaboration on this project. It's just such a left field collaboration for me personally, especially as someone who just blindly just leapt into this album, you know. But hey, it's a good track, definitely, and it's filled with some pretty dense ideas as well, like telling a man whose son was just killed, I can't sugarcoat the answer for you. This is how I feel. If somebody killed my son, that means somebody getting killed. Or these mind-bending lyrics here where Kendrick raps, but is America honest? Or do we bask in sin? Pass the gin, I mix it with American blood, then bash him in. You crimpin' or you married to blood. And then let's get on to track number 12. Track number 12, Fear, was another favorite of mine. I believe the instrumental from The Heart Part 4, that single, I think that instrumental is on here, if I'm not mistaken. But brilliant track. K. Dot reminiscing on past dark times and revisiting old anxieties as well as fears. Great track with an incredibly thought-provoking outro as well. Holy shit. And then let's just dive right into the final track, Duckworth. Now, when I first heard this, I wasn't that aware of Kendrick Lamar's past, so I thought that this storytelling was strictly about characters, so you can only imagine my surprise at the end of the track. But this album ends on a mind-bending cliffhanger worthy of The Walking Dead season 6 finale cliffhanger, except this is a cliffhanger that, you know, won't make people angry. But anyway, but it's that level of a holy shit cliffhanger when this album ends. And its ending feels a bit abrupt, you know? It left me thinking, like, what? That's it? Like, Kendrick, like, what the fuck? There's no more? It's not this neat and tidy end. The conclusion of this album just felt sudden, ending in an ambiguous way. And the storytelling on this track, from the lyrics, I mean, they just paint images so specific that it feels cinematic, especially with goosebumps raising moments such as whoever thought the greatest rapper would be from coincidence, because if Anthony killed Ducky, Top Dawg could be serving life while I grew up without a father and die in a gunfight, you know. And that line just blew my mind when I realized that Ducky is actually Kendrick Lamar's father. Holy shit, you know? I mean, it's amazing how just these little moments in life, just these little chances, these little things, had they not happened, this whole ripple effect, this whole butterfly effect could have took place, you know? And seriously, I gotta say, it's so eerie as fuck that the last moments of this track lead connect directly back to the title track, Blood, back to Kendrick's death. Either way, whether you listen to these songs in order or backwards, Kendrick dies. And that just blows my fucking mind. And I'm not entirely sure. I'm still wrapping my mind around that concept, but that just blows my mind. It's just absolutely chilling. Holy shit. It's just as chilling of an ending as the ending to Pimp a Butterfly. And that's shit, you know? God damn. Man, oh man. Anyway, so in summary and in closing, Kendrick Lamar's latest album is a stunning, dark, mesmerizing body of tunes that is much different in conceptual delivery compared to the last album, resulting in an unpredictable, eye-widening new album that makes you want to research into its ambiguous moments. Personally, I don't think it's better than To Pimp a Butterfly. I mean, that album, I gave it a 10 out of 10. It was my favorite album from 2015. It might be the best hip-hop record I've ever heard. I personally think that album was more complex and satisfying and more mind-blowing than Damn. But goddamn, I had a blast listening to this latest album. And personally, I'm feeling a 9 out of 10 for Damn. It's definitely one that was a grower for me, for sure. It grew on me heavy. And it leaves me desperately wanting more, which is the mark of a truly great artist. But what are your thoughts? What do you think about this thing? Let me know down below. If you enjoyed this review, definitely make sure to smash that like button and subscribe as well. In fact, in the lower right hand corner of the screen, you should see a little circular button. You can tap that to instantaneously subscribe, and I'm out. Huzzah.